Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Oh, just when you thought it couldn't get any more sad, any more pathetic, just when you thought the Democrats couldn't go any lower, they do. It's so obvious, the Democrat Party is just beyond desperate at this point. The absolute clown show that is their party has reached peak levels of stupidity. And here's the proof, case in point, Democrats, thanks to Democrat Representative Al Green, are launching yet again another impeachment attempt against Donald Trump. Holy frickin' moly, it's been what, like 2.5 weeks? And already we have another impeachment. It's an impeachment speedrun, I guess. And of course, you might be asking, for what? What's the big conspiracy this time? Is it a high crime or misdemeanor? Nope, not at all. The Democrats are launching an impeachment attempt against Donald Trump for committing, quote, dastardly deeds. Ooh, Donald Trump has committed dastardly deeds. That is the actual language that they're using. Dastardly deeds. What is this? A freaking episode of Scooby-Doo? Are we impeaching presidents now for vague cartoon villainy? The level of pathetic, whiny, sore loser energy radiating from these people at this point is beyond comprehension. It's almost as if Trump derangement syndrome is evolving into something even worse than you could possibly imagine. But obviously, in the end, this tells us one thing and one thing alone. They have absolutely nothing left. No message, no vision, no ideas, just pathetic impeachment hoaxes, lawfare, and weaponization of the government against Donald Trump because they cannot win in the arena of ideas. So what do? They resort to corruption, lies, and abuse of power as the American people reject their failed policies. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on. Let's take a look at this pathetic display. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so like I said, Democrat Representative Al Green wants to impeach Donald Trump for dastardly deeds.
To whom it may concern, ethnic cleansing in Gaza is not a joke, especially when it emanates from the President of the United States, the most powerful person in the world, when he has the ability to perfect what he says. Ethnic cleansing in Gaza is no joke, and the Prime Minister of Israel should be ashamed, knowing the history of his people, to stand there and allow such things to be said. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And injustice in Gaza is a threat to justice in the United States of America. I rise to announce that the movement to impeach the president has begun. I rise to announce that I will bring articles of impeachment against the president for dastardly deeds proposed and dastardly deeds done.
What a complete joke. Here we go again. The impeachment circus is back in town. Although maybe that's not entirely accurate. Democrats don't control the House, and so this is not going to happen. But either way, whether they pass the actual articles of impeachment or not, it's basically the same thing. It's the same old stunt. It's the third time we've been through this. Well, technically, it's the fourth. Because trust me, back in 2017, before the 2018 midterms, before Robert Mueller's report fell flat on its face, if they could have attempted to impeach Donald Trump over the Russia collusion hoax, they would have done it. But anyways, let's call it 3 impeachment attempts. Let's not even include the first one. 3 times these fools have attempted this, and each and every single time they have failed miserably. You'd think they'd take a hint at this point, especially considering the clear phenomenon that's formed here. Every single time they attempt to impeach Donald Trump or engage in lawfare against him, he becomes more powerful, more popular. But nope, as we know, the left never learns. They double down on losing strategies because obviously they're desperate actors who've got nothing else. And so what do? They point the finger at the other side and just make shit up, and usually they just project their own wrongdoings onto Trump and hope that it'll stick. It's always total projection coming from these leftoids. And I mean, really, there's just a baseline level of projection here. They've spent years screeching that Donald Trump's gonna weaponize the federal system. But who's actually guilty of that? They are. They've done nothing but abuse their power for years to attack their political opponents. Think about the Ukraine phone call impeachment hoax. That was one of the most ridiculous, manufactured scandals in American history. Adam Schiff had to literally lie in Congress about what Donald Trump said in order to make the case, trying to portray him as some sort of mafia don that was blackmailing the Ukrainians, but he totally fabricated the evidence because he made up an entire fake conversation that never actually happened. And of course, the left ran with it, just like how they lied during every step of their J6 committee. They withheld exculpatory evidence, staged fake emotional testimonies, used doctored footage and tweets to essentially manipulate the public. They're always pointing the finger at Donald Trump while they're the ones engaging in totally corrupt action. These people have absolutely no integrity. And once again, they're attempting to weaponize the legal system or the Constitution in this pathetic try at unseating a duly elected president. Nothing but lies and manipulation. It's all they ever do. This time it's Donald Trump committed dastardly deeds, and the last time was there's circumstantial evidence that Donald Trump is colluding with the Russians.
There is significant evidence of collusion. The president is someone who seems pathologically incapable of telling the truth. This president or people around him may be compromised by a foreign power.
Do you have direct evidence of collusion with Russia?
There is direct evidence. There's abundant evidence of collusion, persistent allegations that the Russians have been laundering money through the Trump Organization. Continues to believe Russian propaganda. That makes him dangerous to our country. Donald Trump and his campaign colluded with the Russians. There is ample evidence of collusion. There is significant evidence, much of it in the public domain, on the issue of collusion. I certainly say with confidence that there is significant evidence of collusion. Ample evidence in the public domain on the issue of collusion. There is circumstantial evidence of collusion. There is direct evidence, I think, of deception. Russians gave help, and the president made full use of that help. And that is pretty damning.
Any evidence of collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia?
There is circumstantial evidence, certainly, of collusion or coordination. There has been direct evidence of deception.
But to be crystal clear, this evening, as we speak, there is no hard evidence of collusion between the Trump campaign and the Russians. You said there's circumstantial evidence.
I would not phrase it the way that you did. And circumstantial evidence can be very powerful and is hard evidence.
This is what they do. They lie and fabricate. They fabricate scandals out of thin air. And when it all ends up falling apart, inevitably, as it always does, they just move on to the next hoax. They're simply corrupt beyond belief. They're losing and they know it, and instead of offering anything of actual value to the American people, instead of presenting a single coherent policy that benefits American citizens, they pull this crap again and again. And then they wonder why Donald Trump is becoming so popular. They wonder why Donald Trump won the last election. It's very simple. It's because the American people see right through this garbage. We're sick of the lies, sick of the hoaxes, the manipulation, the endless lawfare. But again, I don't want to give them too much advice here. As much as I'm going after Al Green and the Democrats here, at the end of the day, my message is simple. Keep it up. Keep humiliating yourselves with this clown show impeachment nonsense, because all you're doing is tanking your party into the gutter. What an absolute pathetic display. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.